Hi, this is Bob Pryor, math professor at Norco College, getting into my very first online class with Blackboard. And one thing that I like to do for my students is have discussion board sessions where they can answer and post to each other in small groups. This particular class that I have is two courses added together, and it starts off with about 100 students in it, and then it starts to grow as students add the class. I give permission to students to add the class. And every time a student comes in, I want to place them into the discussion board. Well, I've got a few forums, like the main forum here. Everybody posts here. Right now this is hidden, so it's not a big deal. Not sure why I even have a private folder anymore, because I can't move individual discussion posts to a different forum. So this probably I can delete. But below you'll see that I've got, let me expand this just a little bit to be able to see better. I've got a lesson 0 discussion for different alphabet groups. And what I want to do is allow them to come in and find their group immediately. In fact, have that group be the only one that shows up. What I'm discovering as I'm using this for the very first time is that when a student comes in and newly adds the class, the default is that they are automatically a participant in each and every discussion. So for example, let me come to, here we go, lesson 0 discussion, alphabet group Q to Z. I'm going to manage this, and as I do, there's a few things that I need to point out. Number one, first of all, I have already done the manage, and I've added the students in there in group 4, Q to Z. One thing that I have to do right away is scroll down and show all. Now this, the show all and the editing page, could just as easily be up above, so that once I come in, there it is right away, and wouldn't require me to scroll down. So it'd be great if this information, displaying 1 of 25, blah blah blah. So I'm going to click show all, and again this should be group Q through Z, but since I formed this group even last night before class began, and it doesn't matter if, that it was last night, because tomorrow it'll be the same thing. I'll have this problem where I scroll down, everybody's blocked because that's what I did at first, and then I created participants only for the group Q through Z. Well, here's a participant, and this student's last name begins with an F. The reason this student is a participant is because he added the class and was immediately enrolled into this and came in default as a participant. Well, that means that Angel is a participant in every single one of my forums. So what I need to do now is go through each and every forum, find Angel, he's one of them. I'm sure there are others. Let's see. Here's someone else, Mariette, and who else is a participant that's joined? Here's someone, Brianna. Now, interestingly enough, Markeisha did recently add this morning, and she came in default as a participant. Well, okay, so she's in the group, but it would be so much easier to change her from blocked to participant than change these new participants into blocked, which is what I have to do when I scroll down now and edit their role. I have to click blocked. Here's another thing, is that I was at the show all, and when I did that click, it's now back to displaying 1 to 25. It would be nice that if the default after I've clicked show all, at least for this session, would continue to show all. Let me go back up here to the discussion board. Another thing that I would like to see added, another feature, is when I click on this, an opportunity to have an adaptive release. And that's because I don't want to have to have eventually lesson 2 open until the students have completed a certain quiz or a certain lesson. And so if I had an adaptive release option, I could prepare ahead of time with the students' names, and then it would open automatically. Another thing that I would like to see in the manage area is if I put students into a group, then we'd not only see their names, but we could also see, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, and then I could, as an adaptive release, just allow group 1 users to use this folder, or group 2, and not have to pick out individuals each and every time. So what I could do is set up my groups with the individuals, and then I could manage it from the group level and not have to worry about coming in and checking each and every individual to make sure that they are, or groups of individuals if I click here and select a bunch. It would just make my job a lot easier, and that's what it's all about. So those are my concerns with the discussion board, and the sooner we can have some fixes, the better. Thank you very much for watching.